attraction doesn't follow logic. It's not a choice she makes, it's a feeling that takes over. And the real difference between the guy she forgets and the one she can't stop replaying in her head? It's not his six-pack, not his paycheck, not even his charm. It's his words. Because the right words? They don't just land in her ears, they slip past her guard, settle in her thoughts, and echo in her emotions. Most guys toss out cookie-cutter lines like, "You're beautiful," or "Nice eyes." Harmless? Unforgettable? Not even close. But speak to her soul, and she'll feel you long after you've walked away. And when she starts feeling something for you, that's when you stop being just another guy and start becoming magnetic. So in this video, I'm about to share 3 compliments, not ordinary ones but dangerously rare ones. Ones that leave a mark. Ones that make her pause, wonder, and want more. Let's dive in. And wait until you hear the last one. It's the one she'll never see coming. Compliment number 1. I feel I don't need you, but I truly want you. There's a weight behind those words. Not because they're flashy, but because they're rare. This isn't a pickup line, it's a mindset. A quiet strength that most men never tap into. You see, many guys get attraction all wrong. They believe winning her over means proving themselves, drowning her in compliments, smothering her with attention, trying to show that they do anything just to be chosen. That's not attraction. That's desperation wrapped in affection. And nothing kills the spark faster. Because when a woman senses neediness, she doesn't feel special, she feels burdened. It tells her, "You're everything, and I'm nothing unless you choose me." But women aren't looking for men to worship them. They want to be seen, not as saviors but as equals chosen by someone who could have walked away, but didn't. That's the magic of "I don't need you, but I want you." It flips the script. It says, "You're not my lifeline. I'm already full. But there's something about you that draws me in anyway." That's confidence. That's power. That's the kind of energy that makes a woman think about you when you're not even in the room. Why? Because of something deep in the human mind, something called the law of scarcity. We crave what's rare, what's unpredictable, what can't be easily claimed. Now picture 2 men. One constantly texts, always available, always just checking in. The other? He's focused, grounded, purposeful. He's not rude, he's just not needy. And guess which one sticks in her mind? When you say, "I don't need you, but I want you," you're not begging for attention, you're setting a standard. It's not about being cold or playing games. It's not arrogance. It's awareness. You're not telling her, "Look how cool I am." You're showing her, you've built a life that excites you. You're not chasing love to feel whole. You're open to connection, but never desperate for it. And she can feel that difference. Not in your words, in your energy. But here's where most men mess this up. They say it with ego. They blurt it out in a moment that feels forced. Or worse, they fake the confidence and she senses the act. The real power of this phrase? It's all in the delivery. You wait for the moment. When she asks, "Do you even like me?" You don't rush to reassure. You pause. You look her in the eye. And with calm certainty you say, "I don't need you, but I want you." No over-explaining. No desperation. Just truth. Because the moment you stop chasing is the moment she starts wondering. And in just a second, her whole perception of you shifts. Now, that was just the first compliment. But wait until you hear the second one. It's subtle, unexpected, and dangerously effective. Let's keep going. Compliment number 2. I bet other guys can't make you feel this way. Some words get spoken and vanish into thin air. Others? They linger. They echo. They haunt her in the best way. This isn't just a phrase. It's a spark. Not a compliment. Not a question. It's a subtle invitation for her mind to wander somewhere it rarely goes. Because when you look her in the eye and say, "I bet most guys don't make you feel like this," you're not flattering her, you're challenging everything she thought she knew. And just like that, you've planted a seed. a whisper of curiosity. Now she's asking herself, wait, do I feel different around him? What is it about this moment? Why does this feel deeper? That's the beauty of suggestion. It doesn't tell her how to feel. It lets her realize it on her own. And once she starts exploring that thought, she's no longer thinking about you. She's feeling you. You've just flipped a switch. You see, this phrase taps into something powerful, something called the contrast effect. It's a psychological trigger. By comparing you to most guys, you create an instant mental checklist. Now she's scanning through her past, every date, every text, every moment, and guess what? You're already standing out. Not because you tried harder, but because you felt different. And that difference, that's the key to emotional attraction. Because looks can get attention, but it's emotional connection that makes her stay. And this phrase doesn't flatter her appearance. It spotlights her experience with you. It says, you're feeling something right now, and I know it. Now here's the catch. You can't fake this. You have to earn it. Because if your energy, your presence, your vibe isn't already making her feel something out of the ordinary, then the phrase falls flat. So what do? You slow things down. You lock eyes just a beat longer. You listen, not to respond, but to understand. You create a moment so rich, so real that when you finally say it, I bet most guys don't make you feel like this. She knows you're right, because she's already feeling it. But timing is everything. Drop this line too soon and it feels like a line. Too late? You miss the magic. So when's the perfect moment? After a deep conversation, when she's just opened up and there's a pause that feels charged. In the middle of that unexpected laughter, when time starts bending and the world fades around you. Or right before you leave, when the night's winding down and part of her doesn't want it to end. That's when you drop it, softly. Not as a boast, but as a mirror. Let her feel what you already know. Because when a woman feels something rare, she remembers it. She chases it. She craves it. And most guys, they never even get close. Now here's the twist. The next phrase on this list is not just powerful, it's dangerous. And when used right, it unlocks something in her that even she didn't expect. Let's keep going. Compliment number 3, I feel your trouble, but I really love it. There's a moment, rare, electric, when attraction starts crossing the line into obsession. And this phrase? This is the match that lights that fire. Most guys play it safe. They smile, nod, shower her with compliments like, you're so sweet, or you're amazing. They think the path to her heart is paved with politeness and approval. But here's the truth they never learned. Women aren't craving safe. They're not dreaming about the guy who always plays by the rules. They want a man who sees them, not just the surface but the fire underneath. The chaos, the mischief, the part of her she hides from the world. And that's why when you lean in and say, I know your trouble, but I like it, everything changes. You're not just flirting, you're exposing a truth. You're telling her, I see the part of you most men are too afraid to handle. And I want more. It's subtle, bold, dangerous. And that danger? That's what hooks her. Because this phrase speaks directly to a hidden part of her ego. The part that wants to feel powerful, unpredictable, untamed. And in that instant, her mind kicks into overdrive. Wait, does he really think I'm trouble? What is he picking up on that no one else has? Why does it feel like he actually gets me? That's when obsession begins. You see, most guys are trying to win her over, trying to prove they're worthy. But this phrase flips that entire dynamic. Suddenly, she's the one feeling challenged. She's the one who wants to impress you. Because instead of shrinking from her power, you leaned into it. That's the magic. And there's psychology behind this too. It's called reactance theory. When someone feels their identity is being boxed in or defined, they instinctively push back. So when you call her trouble, you're not insulting her. You're nudging her. You're playfully suggesting, I know there's more to you than meets the eye. And now she has something to prove. She starts teasing back. She leans in, opens up, shows you layers most guys never see. This phrase works because it combines three irresistible forces: flirtation, challenge, and emotional tension. And together, that's a recipe for unforgettable chemistry. But let's get one thing straight. Delivery is everything. Say it too seriously, it sounds like an accusation. Say it too casually, it flies right past her. You've got to find the sweet spot. Here's how. Look her in the eye, but not too long. Just enough to stir the air between you. Add a playful smirk, like you're letting her in on a secret. Pause after the first part. Let it hang. Let her wonder. Then land the second part with calm, quiet confidence. I know your trouble, beat, but I like it. And that's when you'll see it. The spark, the shift, the smile she tries to hide. Maybe a laugh, maybe a playful shove, but always a deeper lean in. Because now you're not just another guy. You're the one who sees her. Not just the polished surface, but the edge beneath. And you like it. This isn't a phrase you toss around lightly. It's a heat switch. You save it for those moments when the energy is already rising. She's teasing you, calling you cocky, trying to test your cool. She's laughing at your jokes a little too hard, giving you that side-eye glance. The chemistry's bubbling beneath the surface. That's when you drop this line and watch the room shift. It's not just about saying something clever. It's about creating a moment. One she'll replay in her mind hours later. One she'll feel in her chest. So say it with confidence. Say it with control. Say it when the fire's already burning. And when you do, she won't just want your attention. She'll crave your presence. And she'll chase it. If this video gave you some real insight, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss out. Here on Become Stoic, we dive deep into the psychology of attraction, masculine energy, and personal power, so you can take control of every part of your life. Drop a comment below. Which of these comments have you ever used before? And how did it play out? Until next time, stay grounded, stay sharp, and keep leveling up.